Back to my channel. My name is Anthony and this is Watch With Me. Today we have the preview of what I think is going to come out in Baselworld 2020 for Patek Philippe. Very exciting. It's February right now. We're just a few months away and I can't wait to see what comes out. Before we get into that, of course, a wristwatch check. Today I am wearing my Rolex Daytona, my absolute favorite watch, and actually the reason why I sold my 5711. If you haven't seen that video, click right there and check it out. But enough of my watch, let's get into Baselworld 2020. So before I get into what I think is possibly coming out, I just want to remind you, if you haven't subbed already, please do so. I am doing a really cool giveaway. There's going to be 2 winners. I'll also leave a link down below how to win, but first and foremost, you have to sub here and follow me on Instagram. It's so easy. If you clicked on this video, why not give me some support and help me help you? I will always be doing a giveaway at each milestone. Next one is 500 subs, and after that 1,000. At 1,000, I'll be giving away a watch. But Baselworld 2020, I did do a video on my predictions for Rolex. Click right there to check those out. So in my opinion, Patek Philippe in 2019 had a very mediocre Baselworld. They introduced a stainless steel Calatrava that received much appreciation when it was released, and still to this day is very difficult to come by, which is nice to actually see a non-Nautilus or Aquanaut that's hard to get. They also released a new chronograph with pump pushers and syringe style hands, the 5172 replacing the 5170, which is a fantastic watch. They released the 5726, which was always one of my favorite Nautilus, but they released it with a beautiful blue dial on the bracelet. And arguably my favorite release of last year was the Aquanaut in that kind of khaki military green and white gold 42 millimeter. Fantastic watch, but impossible to get. So a few cool pieces. They introduced the ladies Nautilus line, but nothing really crazy. There's been a lot of speculation that this year is going to be huge, and I have a few predictions of what I think is going to come out. Number one, the 5172, their chronograph was in white gold with a blue dial, a very nice looking watch with syringe style hands. There was actually a very long delay for them being shipped to retailers because from what I heard, there was an issue with the movement of the chronograph. Retailers are just starting to get them now, but what I think for 2020 is you're going to see this exact watch in a black dial and white gold, or perhaps they're going to introduce rose gold with different dial variations, perhaps a white dial in rose gold, or maybe even a white gold with a black dial. That's my first prediction for Baselworld 2020 for Patek Philippe. There's also the annual calendar, the 5320G, which has this kind of custody, creamy dial with syringe style hands in white gold. I think you're going to see this in rose gold with a white or a black dial. A very cool watch, another watch that's kind of hard to come by. I also think that you're going to see a 5712 Nautilus R in rose gold, but finally introduced on a gold bracelet. There's not many gold Nautilus right now on the gold bracelet, and I think the 5712 has been out for a very long time but never released on a gold bracelet. I think we're going to see that. In my opinion, that'd be one of the nicest Nautilus rose gold that they've ever made. I just think it's a beautiful dial, it's a beautiful layout, and on the bracelet, sensational. The 5524G, the pilot watch that's kind of love or hate. Whether you don't like it or you do like it, it is a very hard watch to come by. It comes in white gold, it comes in a blue dial that was released. I think that green is the new blue, and what better color to complement a pilot's watch than their green dial that they've released for the Aquanaut, putting it into this pilot. So I'm putting it out here. You're gonna see it this year in Baselworld 2020 from Patek Philippe. And last but not least, my biggest prediction, and I am so excited for it, and it's gonna set the watch world on fire. It's going to be a 42 millimeter Nautilus in standard production. I think we're gonna see it in a white dial, 42 millimeters in white gold. Being they discontinued the 5711A in a white dial, I think this is gonna be the perfect introduction to a new size in the Nautilus. And the white dial was always a bit of a dog in the Nautilus line. Now they sell for around $80,000 because it's discontinued. I've seen things on Instagram saying in 10 days it went from $50,000 to $80,000 on the secondary market. But I think the big release this year, the hot piece, the talk of the town, is gonna be a 42 millimeter Nautilus in white gold with a white dial. I think it's gonna kind of become the Royal Oak's brother or big brother, being the offshore. I think that there's going to be a new Nautilus line eventually introduced down the road in a 42mm case. I think starting off this year, it's only going to be in precious metal. It's only going to be in a white dial, but for years to come, we'll see new complications, whether it's chronographs, travel times, annual calendars, perpetual calendars. I think the 42mm Nautilus is going to eventually take over for the Nautilus line, and they'll always keep 1 or 2 models in the traditional 40mm line. So kind of a shorter video, but jam-packed with some of my predictions. I would love to know what you guys think is coming out this Baselworld in 2020. Now, my picks are pretty much just different dial variations and different golds. I would love to know, do you think that they're going to release a whole new line or a whole new model or perhaps a different complication? I would love to know. Leave a comment down below. And guys, I can't thank you enough for subscribing. We're almost at 500. We're about to do the giveaway. I am on the road to 1,000 subs, and I can't do it without any of you, so I would appreciate it very much if you do subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. Also, check out my other channel, the Watch With Us channel. It's a collaborative YouTube channel with many different watch enthusiasts, whether they're in the industry or just been collecting for many years. I'll leave a link down to that below. But that's it, guys. I appreciate you all for watching. And like I said, leave a comment what you think's coming out. But until next time, take it easy.